Oh, what up? What up? Almost forgot about this one. You almost forgot about this one, man. Whole lot going on, man. Whole lot going on these YouTube streets. Those of y'all, go over there and check out Christopher Loves Joy page, man. Some comical stuff going on over there. We was accused of having fake paperwork or not having the right paperwork. And so Mr. Christopher Lovejoy took a trip down to the federal building and got on the federal computer and recorded himself doing so. Show where the real work come from. Players Only TV, Valley Love, 818, OVG. What's up with it, my guy? What it do, what it do? Let's get everybody in here. We got 38 people in here. Whole lot going on. You know, everybody curious and wondering what's going on with me and Adam. You know, the disrespect, whatever you want to call it. You know, sometimes you got to sit back and you got to see people and see things for what it is and who they are. You know, I understood over 20-something years ago, well, actually, before I paroled from prison, that the world I come from and the world that I have to enter are two different worlds. Two different mind frames, two different everything, you know. When we say rules, the only rules they know is the law. You know, we have like inner working rules that govern our law when it comes to the streets or whatever it is we doing like that. So, you know, I've grown to learn Adam and what type of guy he is. And, you know, sometimes you find yourself maybe moving a little faster than others. And, you know, when you do get hit in the face with reality, that doesn't mean pump the brakes. That just mean, you know what, continue your journey because you're sincere and genuine with how you are or how you would deal with or handle things when it comes to certain things. But you can't always expect the next person to do what you would do. Even if it's a situation of something that's personal that what you would do for them, you know what I'm saying? You know, and even right now, you know what I'm saying? I'm still on my same path. You know, it kind of like was a little trip to me. I'm kind of like, damn, this is my guy right here. You know what I'm saying? We like, you know, I kind of know where my mentor is at when it come to him. You know what I'm saying? Like how far I would go just even outside of his building, just on some whatever it may have been, you know, with a call or if something coming his way, something that totally had nothing to do with me or you know, anything pertaining to his. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna take it like it's mine, and that's what it's gonna be. You know, could nobody sit in front of me like that and totally slander. The truth is the truth. I coined the phrase, the truth could never be considered disrespect, but to be able to utilize your partner, you know what I'm saying? Your business partner, friend. You know, I've learned to see Adam as a brother, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, on some real, you know, I'm genuinely concerned about his well-being, you know what I'm saying? Him and his, you know what I mean? Like, you know, if I was to hear like it was something going on or anything, you know, God willing, there's never nothing going on. I would have some concerns and I would be a support, I would be part of the support system for him. No Jumper as a whole, I think if I just got to sit back and gauge what I'm seeing, and not just with No Jumper, this whole podcast thing is going through like a whole nother type of twist, a whole nother type of realm of things. When you look at the people that were socially accepted in one era, one point, pre-Adam, when Adam started, and then up to now, it's totally different. You really don't need no credentials. You just need a gimmick, some stories, a phone. You can tap into the right dude and they can get a crowd looking your way. You know, a good lie, you know, the perfect lie, it jumpstarts you. You know, we've seen that with a couple dudes. I ain't gonna say their name, but I believe y'all know. I didn't expose one or two of them myself as far as came on here to be a personality lying on people and telling stories about people that you know that's really not on the internet. But the people of the world, they got an appetite for destruction, an appetite for negativity. Um, they rather dance in the dark than walk under the sun. The sun is too boring. You know, you can see everything. You know, it's a little more interesting, or shall I say, a little more adventurous to straddle the tracks on that dark side of things. And I get that. You know what I'm saying? Um, the term everything is content, well, to a certain extent it is, because podcasting or YouTubing comes down to who can get what information first and who can give um whose opinion will trigger the masses to having a counter opinion. Because from that we got content. You know, you guys are entertained. You know, you guys are able to go from this channel to that channel and hear this perspective versus that perspective. You know, once every blue moon, we get two people on the same stage or on the same screen or a stream yard at the same table, but we can watch them together. You know, more than likely, it's going to be he said this, he said that, he said this, he said that. Y'all not slow. It's a bunch of people out there that if other people wasn't doing content, they simply wouldn't have no content. You get what I'm saying? Um, Hold on one second. I see I got a transgender in my thing. I got no disrespect, but I respect transgenders that misguided. Until you are truthful with the community, I put you on timeout. Okay? If you are transgender, you open about it, salute. I have no issues. But if you know you hiding it and you down low, I kind of ain't rocking with you, right? Let me get back to what I was saying. You got a lot of people that if it wasn't for the WAC 100s or the no jumpers or the Flacos, right? You know, it's different YouTubers out here. It ain't a whole lot of us that's could get on here like I get on here or like Flacco get on there and he's the lead of that story. It's people that wait till no jumper goes off, I go off, Flacco go off, academic goes off, you know, Vlad, Trap, you know what I'm saying? And then they take their content and then they sit there, play it, edit it on the screen and sit there like this. Yeah, such and such was on No Jumper with Whack 100 and him and Adam had this to say. And they press play for 12 minutes. And then they say, yeah, man, I really don't agree, man. Yo, chat, what y'all think? Hold on, what else they say? Another 2 minutes. Whole clip 17 minutes. They did 3 minutes of saying nothing, put it up. I don't respect you because those type of people, they not content creators. They're good bullshitters. right? That's just what's real. It's a whole lot of them out there. But YouTube, as of July 15th, said that they not monetizing that content no more. You know what I'm saying? They're not monetizing it. You know, a lot of these people haven't been around. They don't have any stories. Their life has been a bore. You know what I'm saying? Um, a lot of these people come into this thing from watching people, and then I've had people try to debate me about me, and everything they say, they just got off YouTube. I can tell because I know the lies is on. I know what's real on YouTube, what's BS on YouTube, right? So they can't have a conversation about what went on then, and what went on, what was going on then, and this and that, and this and that. Even some of these street dudes, and they be, "Oh, I just got out of prison." They can't talk to you about what prison was in the '90s, or what youth authority was, or what that was, or what this was. Or, you know, they can't talk to you about what went on and at this and that and this and you know what happened at the BET Awards, or who did, they can't talk to you about none of these things. They got to sit back and wait for people like us to have this conversation. And I can beat my chest because I'm one of one. I'm probably the only person from my era, my generation, that know the things that I know that'll get on here and have a conversation, right? But I don't have to talk about prison. I don't got to talk about the streets. You know, shit, you want to talk about some real estate, you want to talk about muscle cars, you want to talk about motorcycles, you want to talk about hunting, you want to talk about relationships, you want to talk about the music industry, contracts, how this work, touring, overseas touring, fighting, boxing, whatever. I can talk about a whole list of things. A whole lot of people are restricted. And I believe that's my value. So let's get back to Adam. Am I upset at Adam? Negative. Am I mad at Adam? No. Am I disappointed? A tad bit. Am I looking at him some kind of way? As a brother, I can't see him as nothing but a brother. And as a man, he gonna make his own decisions. And as a man, I'ma feel whatever way I'ma feel about the decisions. You know, it's gonna come a time where I make a decision. You know what I'm saying? And only thing I can say is take it in stride. Um, Adam 22 is loyal to the growth of his company. If violating you a little bit or violating somebody a little bit brings the content, and the content is contributed to the No Jumper channel, then that's contributing to the growth of his channel. And if it's a lie, if it's a little degrading, if it's making a little fun of you, right? In his mind is conversation, which is content. Is content what goes on the channel. Content on the channel drives the numbers. The numbers support the growth of the channel. The growth of the channel reports back and reflects on the owner of the channel, which is Adam. So as a businessman, I get it, I understand it. You know what I'm saying? You know, they say all money ain't good money, but shit, money is money. You know, we've seen this in the thing with four extras. Four extras would never get it. Not at this time in his life. Four extras is gonna look at it like, homie, you my nigga. I brought you to my hood. You know I don't get along with this fool or that fool. I told you this when I was in your face. When you tried to shut that down. And then you know what it is with, you know, the homeboy C-Mac, you know what he got on his forehead, and I'm with C-Mac, and we both neighborhoods, and then even after you did that, you bring that up there, and then he's saying this and that. Homie, no homie, that ain't hood. And guess what? Four extras will be totally right That's not hood. But it's only one problem. Adam ain't hood. So what you have to do when you come into these type of situations, you have to analyze the door you stepping in. You have to understand the people that you dealing with. In any situation, you're gonna be forced to make some necessary adjustments. Where I'm at in my life, I see things for what they are, not for what I want them to be. The description I just gave you is what 4Xers would have wanted it to be. That's not what it is. Adam, let's just be real. He's a white dude who understands our culture based upon him being around us, the street dudes, and allowing him into our world. You know what I'm saying? And he's a very smart dude, so he understands what he's hearing. Nobody could blame nobody because those of us that have taken it upon ourselves to open up and say, you can come into our world, what he has noticed is that I have a tool, I have a place, I have a location, and right now, I think it's more of a demand to be a YouTuber, a blogger, than it is a rapper. You don't hear about, it's more people every day trying to fire up a channel than it is trying to drop a rhyme. So what Adam says is, this is another fish hole. You know what I'm saying? When you hear him talk, first he was in the BMX fish hole. No Jumper came from the underground artist fish hole. When he felt like that dried up, or maybe he got a little bored with that, he went to the next fish hole, then the next fish hole. And what he's doing what nobody else is doing. He's saying, hey, instead of sitting around having a bidding war or hearing some ridiculous offer to get somebody that's an ex-rapper or ex-ball player, I'm gonna sit back, watch social media that's in my immediate surroundings and getting their DMs because I'm Adam 22. And if I think this dude is getting into it with this dude and I hear people talking about it and I get with my analytics team and they saying, yeah, people are buzzing about it, then I'm gonna call that dude to come in and then I'm gonna talk about it. And then hopefully when I talk to this dude, you get mad and you DM me and say, hey, I'm the dude he talking about. Let me come up there because I got some dirt on him. Okay, come on. You might have just, the first dude just left, shook out him hand, took a picture, sat with 2 hours. Adam might have gave him a couple hundred or something. Might have gave him a hoodie. Hey, man, here go my personal phone number. Let me know, man, something come up. You like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. Now you look up next week, the other dude is on there doing to you what you was doing to him. And you like, yo, Adam. Adam like, hey, well, you came and you said he wanted to come and see the Adam. His interest is no jumper. So by right, he's doing what he's supposed to do. Now, me personally, I got a limit to certain things, and certain things I will do and won't do. And, you know, that just kind of lets you know where people are at with you. Once you see where somebody's at with you, you really can't get mad about it. You know, you can continue to be who you are towards that person and lead by example. And hopefully one day when some BS comes up, he says, you know what? When this popped up, dude had my back. When this popped up, he didn't say nothing about it. When this popped up, Dude had my back. And when that popped up, I kind of let something in that I shouldn't have. It was some, but you know, and when that popped up, so you know what? Dude ain't changed up on me. I'm going to be in support of him. That's all you can do. I mean, because anything outside of that, you lose it. Checks and balances with me, man. You know, I play chess and checkers. I mix the games. And you can only mix the games when you're capable of controlling the game. Sometimes it's chess, sometimes it's checkers. Whack, what do you mean? I can't expect political decisions out of a person whose world sees my world as a checker playing game. See, a lot of y'all street dudes don't understand that a lot of corporate people, and I'm just speaking in general, they not dealing with you because they respect you. They dealing with you because you got something to offer. And you dealing with them because they got something to offer. Let's just be real. So neither one of y'all playing the game of chess unless you anticipate going in there and taking over this situation. It's very shallow at that point in time, right? So I understand that. I understand life. I got 10 different circles I move in. You know what I'm saying? I got a business circle. Within my business circle is 4 or 5 different type of businesses going on. Usually 3 of the circles I'm already great at. One of them I'm a student in, and the other one I'm growing in. Right now, Adam is part of my business circle. And I'm growing in that, right? I got a business partner named Steve Marcano that we just acquired a club together in Florida. I'm a student in that. I'm learning that. You get what I'm saying? So, you know, all I could do, you can't take it personal. You can't handle like this shit like the streets. And, you know, I haven't done street business in 26 years. So the disappointment is really not, it don't cut you deep. It just kind of wake you up a little bit and be like, you know, hey, listen, bro, what you thought it wasn't, but you still honor and respect the individual. So you make sure you continue your course of still being a brother, and maybe your ways is something that's foreign to him. And if your ways are foreign to him, the longer he sees how you conduct yourself, if and when situations come up, then he may be introduced to those ways. But at this point in time, you can't, you know, you can't force nothing on nobody. In the male ego, you know, I hear certain things. You know what I'm saying? I hear certain things, and when I hear certain things, I cringe a little bit because that was never my intention. It's never my intention to tell this man what he can and can't do. It's my intention to advise him on some things if I see a potential problem or something that could, you know, because Adam will be sitting in front of a stone cold killer and won't know it. To Adam is just, you're a person and you have some things to say, and I'm gonna either agree or disagree, and that leads to the conversation, which leads to the content, which goes on the channel, which drives the numbers, which is supportive of my business. So me as a brother, because Adam is playing down here in the swamps and these different jungles, because I do care, if I see something that maybe, that might could lead to something, I'll pull his coattail. That's all I can do. Shout out to Hip Hop Council for the super chat. And I do it because, I'm only there once a week. So, I can guarantee that anytime I'm there and around, Adam's never alone. I'm with him, and whatever's with me is with him. And we gonna always hash things out one way or another. My concern be those other days with some of these people. I'm watching, I'm paying attention. Silence from where we come from is very dangerous. The person you can hear, he really ain't tripping, he venting. But that one that get quiet on you, that's the situation you may want to scratch your head and let me see what's going on here. So nevertheless, is there beef at No Jumper? There's always beef at No Jumper. That's why it's called No Jumper, right? Everybody's telling the next man, you ain't got no jumper. And the next man is telling the next man, if you can't F with my jumper. That's what makes No Jumper No Jumper. You know what I'm saying? Is it do or die hard beef? It's a situation or two that I know about, whether it involves me or doesn't, that I just know people got other things going on, so they tend to like look the other way for the time being. Do I think one day it's gonna be an explosion? If I had to bet some money on it, I would say yeah. One day, you're gonna get a damn fool that come off the streets who don't understand content is content, and there's a pro and a con to all content, and he gonna run his play, and he gonna look up and see something else, and this dude gonna act like nigga it's 1980 motherfucking 8, 1992, in his own, right? The people that understand this game, they get over it. It comes, it goes, it goes, it comes. But at the end of the day, as long as people could keep going, that's all they really care about. It ain't the fact that people are controlling people. It's the fact that everybody got their own plan, their own mindset to what it is they want to do and how they want to get there. Will No Jumper ever be like one big happy family? The day No Jumper is one big happy family, the day No Jumper's numbers gonna go down. Controversy sells. The fact that such and such is on the news and this dude just called in and he don't get along with that one. And that dude last week said this about him. Is he gonna address it? Is he gonna say something back? That's what drives No Jumper. Hell nah, we don't want everybody to get along. We just want everybody to be respectful and conduct yourself in an orderly manner and bring the content. You got it's a twist with everybody on there. Everybody on there. The only person on there really ain't no twist with is maybe the young lady. I forget her name, light-skinned lady. The one Almighty Suspect got into it with. She seemed to be pretty cool, pretty neutral. You got Lush. Lush be, he's the antagonizer. Adam is Adam. Adam's the instigator. You got Flacco. Flacco's usually the one that brings all the people that people end up not liking. The most neutral guy in the building is probably Remo. You got Josh that from time to time, he gonna get an earful because he's the guy that pays everybody. That just come with that. Shit, that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? You got Brandon, who is the, I don't know what the fuck Brandon is, but he gonna draw the content. Then you got you got the viral way that pops up. You got your Munchie Bees, the Anne Hefes. this was great for Aunt Hefe. Gave Aunt Hefe a chance to show his crowd he's expanding, and then tap into another crowd to take him back to his YouTube channel that he works daily. Who's probably been the most successful? Shout out to Robert Dupree, Deuce to God. Super chat. Who's probably been the most successful as far as coming in there and maintaining a relationship? And shout out to Hip Hop Council for another super chat. I'll probably say Flacco. You know, AD and T-Rail and them, you know, that kind of was like a thing, you know. Flacco still has a relationship. He runs great content every day. Adam, he got Adam full support. Adam has his full support. So I believe, you know, Flacco probably, because, you know, Flacco channel is pretty big. You know what I'm saying? He's generating some nice income over there. And I think it's some more great things to come from old Flacco. Flacco is probably going to be turning into like our West Coast Akademiks. That's how I see it. I got no jumper, I believe, tomorrow, the next day. So do I plan on tripping on Adam? The closest thing I plan to do tripping on Adam is probably tying his shoestrings together and telling him to go open the door. Of course not. That's my co-host. And at the end of the day, a lie only has power if you give it to it. I think my brother then sat back and realized that, okay, dude probably played with me. It's deeper than that with me because I think he kind of heard R&B in the back, and him and R&B great. They respect each other. You know, so I think that'll work itself out. Other than that, it's a few people I'm trying to get to the platform. It's a few other big things going on. Those up-and-coming rappers, podcasters, bloggers, you looking for some exposure, come fuck with me and Flacco, you've been exposed. Hit the link in the Honey Show bio, fill out the form, and the lovely R&B will be getting back with you, letting you know what time and day we can run these interviews and or post your links and do everything else we got going on. Birdman's receiving a major award, a major accomplishment. I believe the first week of August. Major accomplishment Birdman is receiving. So y'all stay tuned for that. And he will be hitting Knife, Miami, Florida. Y'all go check his channel. I'm gonna be posting the link on the Honey Show Instagram page. Go get your tickets. It's selling out fast. This is his first U.S. fight. All his other fights been down in Mexico, Spain, UK, Australia. This is his first U.S. fight. So we gonna be able to watch him get down for real. Will he bite the dust or will he get a KO under his belt? We shall see. What else we got going on? So a few more things got going on. Stay on the lookout. The Academy Boot Camp. The Academy Boot Camp. Whack, what is that? In the next 2 weeks or so, we'll be making that announcement. The Academy Boot Camp, all you rappers, singers, producers, reality show personalities, streamers, bloggers, This is going to be a doozy for you. The Academy Boot Camp coming soon. We'll probably be announcing in the next 2 weeks. I got Big Dame 21, Kitchen's Corner Barbecue, Compton, Never Lane. Okay, Big Dame 21, I guess he represents Kitchen's Corner Barbecue in Compton, who's never lame. So y'all Google, hit your maps, check it out. Maybe they want to Uber Eats. I don't know what side, east side, west side of Compton he's in, but he just hit me with a super chat. So shout out to Big Dame 21. All right, chat, I'm going to go to y'all. Call Doughboy. Who the hell is Doughboy? Doughboy. You talking about Doughboy that ride the bikes? Whack a smart dude. I give him that. Appreciate that. Bruh damn near 60 still talking about beef. I don't know, I'm 48. I hope I make it to 60. That's a fact. I'm never going to forget the Birdman interview. You should move to France. Switzerland, maybe London, Amsterdam, one of them spots. Yo, just want to know, is Blueface baby mama your daughter? Is Blueface baby mama Absolutely not. She's Hispanic. I believe both her parents are Hispanic. They say, what is this? Whack, we stand with you. Johnny Fiesta, I stand with you too. Big Dame the Lame. Daryl Henson. Nah, I think Big Dame say he ain't the lame. Whack, you mess with Sacramento? Of course. We had a spot in Sacramento, 2518 X Street. Broadway was right behind us. Back in the days, they called crack hubba, and the crackheads was hubba heads. Definitely shout out to Sacramento. 916 all day. And my nephew Mozzie, love him to death. East Compton. Okay, Big Dame's Barbecue. East Compton, the address is 4420 East Rose Street. Big Dame 21. His barbecue joint is in East Compton, 4420 East Rose Street. Y'all go check him out. Kitchen's Barbecue, Compton City. Hit that up. Uh-oh. What else we got going on? What you good with 50? Yeah, 50 all right with me. I salute 50. One hell of a businessman. Shout out from Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham. What's my man out there, man? Rapping ass nigga, man. What's my guy name? Black Montana from the Ham. Black Montana gonna be up next. Blue will be home this year. I hate to give a date because in California it's like jinxing. You're not home until you home. You get what I'm saying? So he is scheduled to come home this year. What we do know, we on the second half of the year. We got, 5 months left. So definitely within the next 5 months, Blueface baby should be back at us again. Whack you rock with Baltimore. Pa Rules. Respectfully, once I leave the East Coast of California, I really don't fraternize with gang members. But to each his own, I wish them the best. I hope they doing something positive in their streets. So, no, the salute. I personally don't know none of them. Did Devil scare you? Blue Devil. Who, the little Mexican kid? Nah, he's a nice little guy. He just be acting on camera. Dude is like real nice. Like, I don't think he never been to jail. He got real soft hands. He just a real cool dude. Look like he ain't never had a fight in his life. Shout out to Blue Devil. Dude, you stand with Bill. Bro, Whack, would you do any fans? Would you do OnlyFans with Adam and Lena? No, definitely not. I have too much respect for Adam to ever see his wife like that. I've never even seen any of their content. That's just me, respectfully. Lena's very cool, real cool person. I got nothing but love and respect for her, and I see Adam as a brother, so nah, definitely not. What happened to Rose? He's a farmer now? I don't know. When's the last time you linked with Bone Thugs? I haven't seen him in a couple years. Tulsa, shout out Tulsa, Oklahoma. Tulsa, Broken Arrow, and everything in between, 918. Why you don't come to Houston? I think I got to go to Houston in the next couple weeks. I go where I need to go. Like, I don't know about you. I just don't wake up and say, hey, I'm taking a flight to Idaho. Like, if I got something I need to do in Houston, then I go to Houston. Did Cameron buy that yacht? I have no idea. Lonnie Brudge, Super Chat, Wax sign me. I got over 300 plays on SoundCloud. DM, what you need to do, Lonnie, bruh, is go to the _Honey Show IG channel, go to the bio, hit that You've Been Exposed link, and invest in yourself. And I just might discover something. You never know. Papa Spurv, Nipsey, Marathon continues. Thumbs up to that. Do you push producers? Absolutely. I got to meet you one day. Shout out Marvin Barnett Jr. Why San Diego never get love? I always give Dago. I'm probably the only one that mentions Gangsta Earn. I've always been in full support of Mitchie Slick. All my Lincoln Skylines, 5.9s, Little Africa, Emerald Hills, the Coast, whatever it may be. You know, I would love to be an interview with what's his name, Hoodie Hood. I think he's from. I love to do a one-on-one on the live with Hoodie Hood. I've been checking him out. You know what I mean? He seems to keep it real. I believe he's from Dago neighborhood. I believe. Could be wrong, but shout out Dago. Yeah, I just got back on the iron. Who is Uncle Murder to you? Uncle Murder is a brother to me. A lot of history, long history. I was in the middle of the murder Papoose War. It's my brother from another mother. Love him to death. So whatever he feel, I feel. If he need me involved, I'm a phone call away. That's a fact, right or wrong. Shout out to Murder. What else we got? I can teach you how to read better if you need me to. No, I read good. I just started wearing these glasses. I'm an excellent reader. Shout out from Raleigh, North Carolina. You are whack for real. Spelled my name wrong. I think I seen another super chat up in there. Big Dame, tell my boy on the fingers to bring you down. On the fingers, Big Dame just didn't call me twice because I got a 1 o'clock three-way call with him. So I'm definitely gonna tell him, Big Dame. If you know you about Big Dame, I'm gonna tell him when I get off this, I'm on the phone with him. But check this out. If you wanna be part of the 100 gang, and you want to ride with me in these YouTube streets, subscribe to the channel. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe to that channel. Tell a friend. Come share the content. Spread the content. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday I did a thing on the dude gangster, the rat dude, the old dude. And he went and responded and said what I was reading to y'all was fake. So today, 600 went down to the federal building, filmed himself to the computer, his name, brought the documents up, had the people print them, paid for them, gone over there to my story. You can see, because I shared 600's link. It's about 5 swipes. It is quite entertaining. When you guys get this, share it with a friend and say, the exposers that struck again, right? Oh yeah, Gumby. Me and Gumby have been on the phone. Me and Gumby from Hoover, the one y'all saw on No Jumper. We've been on the phone 3-4 times over the last couple of days. So we've been communicating and sorting out our differences. You know what I'm saying? Who knows? You may see Gumby pop up on the Adam and Wax show. That'd be a sight to see, wouldn't it? One crazy sight to see. I might even could get Hawk. Oh man. It'll really be a groovy day then, as they would say, right? Right. Who else we got up in here? Oh, I got another one. Established 2020. Let me drink a coffee. Let me drink a coffee over your place. I don't drink coffee. I don't even think I got a coffee maker. Walker, let's do a few more. Gotta engage with the chat. T Grizzly did. Man, listen. Go over there to Poetic Flacco's YouTube channel. Now, I will tell you this, because a lot of y'all be thinking Flacco is cap. I was on the phone yesterday when the woman I was unalive, JB, may she rest in peace, son called me and Flacco. Flacco is not over there making up things. Her son is in the courtroom every day. I'm going to say it like this. The craziest thing I heard said by JB's son was the shooter, the alleged shooter, that's on trial for murder. Defense attorney got up in the courtroom and said, my client didn't do this. This is a case of T. Grizzly and murder